Hello and welcome as we highlight our local volleyball scene. I'm Boom Gonzalez.
And I'm Dip Pianco. On today's episode, we look into both the Spikers Turf and PVL for some top news from the two major volleyball leagues. This is Starting Lineup.
JD! Puts it on top and hits it nice to the back of the
Gold medalist at the Olympic champion from Europe.
Collegiate teams have arrived in the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference, and one of them is a very competitive set of players hoping to outdo themselves from the previous seasons. From the UST Gameville Golden Spikers, we welcome in Dax Yambao, Trevor Valera, and Coach Oji Mamon is with us. Coach, bago tayo mag-usap ng UST at Spikers Turf, ngayon lang tayo nagkita ulit mula nung Alas Pilipinas. So, unang-una, congratulations.
Oh, thank you
sa,
very much.
sa inyong run during the World Championships. Bigyan mo naman ng konting speech about that whole experience.
Memorable. Parang nung Halloween, may multo. But it was a good ride.
Yes.
Preparation-wise to the actual competition, nabuo yung Alas.
Yeah. So, congratulations. What a moment.
Congrats, Coach. So ngayon, pag-usapan natin yung pagsali ninyo sa Spikers Turf. Been a while, I think, since UST joined this tournament, about 2 to 3 years since last. Trevor, how's the experience so far of joining this league? Because you're used to playing in the UAAP already a couple of years, but in Spikers Turf, how is it so far?
It's exciting because we're gonna experience new different levels of volleyball. So instead of watching it, we get to enjoy it. So.
I'm sure you've seen the league before, so now that you're playing in it, what were the games that you're looking forward to? If you haven't played them yet, what are you looking forward to this conference?
Watching the previous Spikers Turf, it's really intense. So I'm forward to playing against Crisscross and Signal.
Yun talaga.
Nag-name drop agad.
Yun na kaagad. Maaga pa lang, nagbato na kaagad, Coach. Dax, yung impressions mo naman so far sa Spikers Turf, especially coming from a successful individual UAP season for you. Ito, mga nakakatapat mo. Siyempre, mga ibang level din naman. Anong mga impressions mo sa Spikers Turf?
Siyempre, siguro this Spikers Turf maraming matutunan. So, sana maraming matutunan dito, madala namin sa UAP. So, mas maganda, marami kaming panalo this Spikers Turf para mas marami kaming laro.
Yeah, so far 2-1. Coach, is it the same lineup or what's the composition like? At ano bang mangyayari? Is this some sort of a tryout for some? Anong game plan mo dito?
Actually, the one playing in Spikers Turf, 99% doon ang
99, okay.
Except for one player kasi, Delicana is not eligible to play for UST yet.
Okay.
So,
Yet. Pero sinasalang mo na.
Sinasalang ko na.
Para handa na siya in a couple of years, I assume?
Next year.
Next year.
Next year.
Okay, so 99%. So, intact na intact to pagdating ng February. Okay.
And so far, that's exciting to know, no? But so far in the 3 games, Coach Oji, what would you make of your team? Dahil sabi ni Dax, nabanggit din niya, parang preparation for the UAP. But for you personally, after winning 2 games and then losing 1, ano yung evaluation mo so far sa team?
Nangangapa kami kasi reintroduce Josh to the attacker position. And also, hindi consistent yung anim ko. Like, G-Boy missed the last match. Tapos, I tried to insert 1 new player sa lineup. Tapos, yun nga yung sinasabi ni Dax, sana manalo ko yung marami para mas marami pang laro.
Siyempre. Yung sa duluhan, dun sabi mo, yung talo last time, yun yung sabi mo nagiging problema. Even if it's an intact team, why is that a problem, Coach, in your opinion?
As I see it, dalawa yun.
Okay.
Yung inconsistencies, tapos is the mental aspect.
Okay.
So, hindi pa sila hinog or mature enough And also we have the new system, upgraded system.
Uy, upgraded
Oh,
system.
yun yung
Gusto ko
abangan na.
yun,
Hey, can you tell us about that, Trevor? Maybe for you, how has it been with this system that Coach Oji is talking about? And personally, the way you play, what have you noticed with regard to your improvement the past couple of years?
The new system is like very similar to our past system, but like Coach Oji said, the upgrades, minor adjustments. It's things that all of us have to like try to adjust and fix ourselves, and it really helped. Like for me, I've seen my improvement since V League from the start, and as my teammates, I'm able to see everyone grow as well. So yeah.
Dax, ikaw, anong napapansin mo sa competition, sa sarili mo as a setter? Saan ka nagmamature ngayon? Anong skill set ang mas natututunan mo or ang nare-realize mo kailangan mo pang ma-hone going into this Spikers Turf?
Siguro, kailangan ko maging consistent. Yun naman talaga ang kailangan na as a setter, consistent yung pagbigay mo sa mga bola sa mga Spikers mo. And siguro as a team captain, siguro kailangan ko mas maging leader pa sa kanila. Na, lalo na doon sa yun nga, problema namin sa duluan. Yung sabi ni Coach, mental. So kailangan kong mag-step up para ako yung dadala sa team namin.
Curious ako kasi sabi ni Coach Oji, di ba, yung pag-reintegrate kay Josh dahil nag-training sa national team, played for Alas in the Worlds for a long time. Hindi siya nakaka-train sa UST, I would assume. So, Dux, may parang onting paninibago ba when he came back to the team? Dito sa Spikers Turf, nagkapaan ba ulit kayo? Kasi yung last game niyo against Venus, naka-27 points siya. Pero prior to that, prior to the games in Spikers Turf, sa training, parang may mga onting, kumbaga, unfamiliarity ba ulit with Josh?
Oo, siyempre, kasi siyempre, parang sa kanya is, hindi niya pa rin maalis yung pag-alibero niya. So, parang mas nakafocus pa rin siya sa pag-alibero niya. So, pagbalik niya na mag-training sa amin, dahan-dahan lang namin kinukuha yung paano kami yung connection namin dati. Tapos, yung aura niya pagdating sa loob talaga yun yung parang nagdadala sa amin sa court.
Yun ang curious ako as a coach, no? And obviously, you were there with Alas with him. How tough is it or easy, dahil depende sa IQ, mataas naman yung IQ ng bata, to readjust after months of parang relearning a position, di ba? Magaling naman dumepensa si Josh, alam naman natin yun. Kaya lang, pag libero ka, sole position lang talaga yun. How do you coach something like that and then reintegrate him to be an open spot?
Actually, it was easy for Josh.
For Josh?
For
Okay.
Josh.
For
on
you?
my part, hirap.
Because?
I have to rein in him kasi nanggigigil siya
Sa opensa?
sa umatake.
Namimiss na niya, ganun ba?
Namiss na niya. Tapos si Dax laging natitempt si set sa kanya. I think he has 54 attempts last match. Mataas masyado yun.
Yung sa VNS, no?
Yeah.
Oo.
So, kailangan kong pigilan pa. Yun yung naging plano namin nung SNC coach, how to reintegrate him. So, yung dagdag na load.
Kasi yun pa yun, coach, yung movement is completely different.
Different na.
All of a
Pero
sudden.
lateral siya, tapos biglang magkakaroon ng vertical ng talon.
So that has to be part of the plan also.
Yes. Kailangan maging safe.
Right, of course, of course.
At least we know, no, ano yung na-experience si Dux as a setter and also for a coach. Pero si Josh, apparently siya, gustong-gusto niya na maging attacker ulit. How about for you?
Tapos na-realize ko rin, Dev, sorry to interrupt, pero dahil yung early season nga nung 87, na-injured din siya, no? So that became parang a little bit of obviously, a stumbling block for UST at the start. So ayaw nyo na maulit yun, obviously.
Pagabitin talaga, no? Gusto na niyang bumalik sa position na yun. How about for you, Trevor? I know we're a couple of months away from UAAP Season 88 men's volleyball. A couple or 3 months, but we saw the pep rally of you guys performing and all that. So obviously the spirit is alive for UST. Magaling, okay ba yung sayo niya, Dax? Galing.
Approve.
So now that we're heading into that a couple of months from now, what do you want to do here in the Spikers Turf that will allow you to perform at your best in the UAAP?
Like what Doug said earlier, this is where we prepare for UP. Like our preparations for each game, our weights, is best for us during before each match. This is our preparations, and right now we're working on our consistency. And yeah, it's just preparation.
What's your realistic goal, Coach,
No,
for this
for
one?
Trevor,
Yeah,
kasi
for me.
offense-wise,
Okay.
it's very good.
Okay.
Mataas yung efficiency niya. But yung pwesto niya is middle blocker. I need to see the numbers
Okay.
ng kill blocks.
Okay. And then for Dax, just before we go?
Yung distribution lang.
Okay. Just more efficiency and distribution. All right. Well, exciting. 2-1. Very good campaign so far. And I'm sure, as you all say, kailangan manalo.
Criss-cross at signal nga daw. Abangan natin. Sabi ni Trevor.
Inabangan na kagad.
Coach Ogie, Trevor, Dax, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Congratulations.
Congrats and good luck with the rest of the conference.
Stay healthy. Yan ang pinaka-importante.
All right, we shift to another volleyball league when we return. Stay tuned. You're watching Starting Line. Welcome back. You're still watching Starting Lineup. Before we move on to the next round of preliminaries in the PVL Reinforced Conference, let's talk about first what happened in the first few games. And here with us is volleyball analyst Jamie Lavitoria to break it down for us.
Birthday to you.
Thank you so much.
Post-birthday celebration,
Yes.
but she will have to work and help us.
Oh,
Jamie,
this is not work for her.
yeah, let's talk about volleyball,
talking, yes.
Especially the top team right now in Pool A at the end of their first round of preliminaries. We just covered them
Yes.
last holiday, and you mentioned that PLDT, they have the perfect reinforcement
Yes.
for them, which allowed them to, I guess, stay on top despite that loss
Right.
against Signal na, people were worrying, natalo sila sa Signal with no reinforcement, but hey, they still stayed on top.
You know, it just showed the maturity that PLDT has now. Yes, they have the reinforcement in Bavikina, and she's not as explosive, I would say, compared to the other reinforcements, but she's a perfect fit for them in a way that you have Savvy Davison on the left, you have her on the left, you have KKD on the right, and Majoy Baron usually tallying in double digits now, which is unheard of consistently for a middle blocker. And I think through all their ups and downs and after winning those past
Yeah,
conferences,
the championships.
all that experience, because when Dip and I had covered that game, it was actually a slow start for PLDT. They tend to have slow starts, but when they get to the middle and then when they reach that 20 mark, that's when Savvy Davison goes for those kills. That's when Majoy Baron just knows what to do. And of course, at the end of the day, it's CAF. She knows who to set at the right time. She knows not to always activate Bavikina on the left, but spread out the offense evenly.
Why is Bavikina perfect for them? That's the first question. And number two, I want to know, she's number 13 in scoring.
Yes.
Does that not, if I'm a PLDT fan, does that not concern me going into the next stages when I'm going against, the top
Right.
teams now already? Should that concern me if I'm a fan?
Well, the first question, why
Yes.
she's a
The
good
perfect,
fit.
yeah.
In terms of scoring, she adds 10 to 15 points per game for PLDT. And also in terms of attitude, I would say, she's a perfect fit where they're all chill. When you look at PLDT, you don't really necessarily see that they're losing, but they know that they need to get it together. So attitude is there. And if I were on the outside looking in, I would say it is concerning, only because the other reinforcements tally 20 points or more.
Yeah.
So the next round, the second preliminary round, that's when I think they do need to bump it up a bit more.
For her, especially.
Yes, for her, yes.
I think the chillness comes from winning a couple of championships.
Yeah,
also.
they know what to do.
They
yeah.
kind of
Mature, yeah.
It's a confidence thing.
Right.
They
Di
come
sila
in.
nararattle,
Di
diba?
na
I love
talaga,
it.
yeah.
After that loss against Signal. Okay, let's talk about another top team, the Farm Fresh Foxies, who are surprising a lot of PVL fans, but also their reinforcement, Helene Rousseau, has been tremendous for Coach Alessandro Lodi. Talk about her performance and how she complements with Trisha Tubu, who was just here last
Yes.
week on the show,
Right.
and of course, their connection with Alohi as well.
When you look at the lineup of Farm Fresh, they're a young team, aside from maybe Alohi. But Rousseau, adds that veteran presence. When they need that quick side out, they do lean to her. She has a lot of firepower coming from the left. She has those back row attacks as well. And what I like about her is she also helps in the defense and receive as well. It's stable in the back row. Alohi doesn't have to worry too much. He doesn't have to chase the ball too much to get that second contact. It's just a perfect fit.
And Alohi was worth the wait for them?
Oh, yes, definitely.
We're seeing now
Yes.
her integration
Yes.
compared to last conference. I think we're really
Right.
seeing now the integration with the system
With
of
everything.
Coach Lodi.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the tandem with Trisha. Last conference, Trisha would be explosive, but not as explosive as now. And I think the confidence from last conference, and just in general, the previous conferences, I think that's what Alohi does to her Spikers. She gives them confidence. Sometimes Trisha would attack in the net, and then you have Alohi giving her another chance in the same sequence sometimes. And that's a strategy that we necessarily don't see sometimes. Sometimes setters opt for a different spiker to adjust, but you can see that everyone is pitching in the scoring, and they're doing just fine. And the coach, he's very theatrical, very active, very loud, perfect.
Very
fit.
Italian.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
It's
right?
there, it's
and
there.
I say that with all compliments,
yes,
right?
of course.
Positively. Yeah. Nakita mo yung epekto talaga
Yes.
ni Coach Lodi sa kanila. No?
And lastly, let's talk about, of course, we can't show the final standings for Pool A just yet dahil meron pang laban.
It's not even
That
started yet.
Yeah, that is obviously
As
will
we
be
speak.
be important.
Yes.
Who will advance to Pool A? What are the implications of this between Capital One and Chocomucho?
So the winner of Capital One versus Chocomucho will get that spot in the top 3. So you want to be in that spot because you don't want to play against Zeus, Akari, and the Cream Line Cool Smashers. So this is the game that people are waiting for.
Yeah.
People ask me, who do you think is going to win? Honestly,
It's such a toss-up.
it's so hard because what happened the game before, what happened 2 weeks ago, it doesn't really matter anymore. What happens
that.
and what matters is the day of. There's some teams in the PVL that tend to choose when they want to play well. For this kind of scenario, you can't really do that.
But there's one constant that's happening with Capital there.
Oh, of
And we
course,
have
come on.
Bella Belen is just...
She's so perfect there.
Right?
I know.
She is exactly what the doctor ordered for them,
Yeah.
right? Leadership, defense,
All around.
offense, crowd attention.
Yes,
she's
crowd
got it all,
attention.
right?
I think with the game now that's going to happen, it's very key that Iris makes the right setting decisions. Yes, you have Bella Belen, but we've also seen with Capital One that their reinforcement can get 30 points, but it doesn't necessarily equate to a win.
Yeah.
So you have to spread it out. You have players on the Layla Cruz on the right. You have some of the middle blockers that can step up just to delay the blocking on the other side, because Bella will be trapped on the other side because the blockers already are waiting for her attack.
So you got the crowd favorite in Chocomucho, and then you have a crowd favorite in Bella Belen.
Yes, just Bella.
We don't know what's going to happen.
Yes.
You got to stay tuned. In the meantime, more PVL conversations when we come back here on Starting Lineup. Welcome back to Starting Lineup. All right, Jamie Lavitoria, the birthday girl, is still dissecting things for us. Let's move to the other pool now, where there's
Yeah.
actually an undefeated
I
team
know.
still. As we speak, fresh off the press, they're still undefeated. The Zeus
Wild.
Thunderbells, the Zeus Coffee Thunderbells. How are they doing this? What is new? What is different? Is it just Anna De Beer, or is there something that different from them also?
Well, the confidence that they have it's there, but it's not too high and it's not too low. And also, like the other teams, they've also had their fair share of losses in the past conferences.
sure,
and
yeah.
now, the time has come for them. The composition is perfect. You have Lai Eroa in the back, and then you have Chloe Ann, who is perfectly setting
She
the
is so
offense
good, I know.
wonderfully.
Yeah.
She knows who to set at the right time, and that's the main job of a setter, to allow your spikers to shine. I always say that during the coverage. And she doesn't really care about the credit too much. That's not really
And
her
how
thing.
she looks when she's doing it.
She doesn't
because,
care.
You know, because she doesn't jump.
She doesn't jump set.
Right. Yeah.
But she just knows who to set at the right time, and also the accuracy of the set. You can be a setter that knows who to set at the right time, but if the actual set is off, the spiker won't be able to get that kill.
Di na siya.
And she has all the tools
Yeah.
for Zeus.
Di na siya underrated ngayon.
She's
Oo,
not.
hindi na.
She's not. We don't say that.
She
We
has
would say
busted
that.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, people are talking about her,
So
and
good.
we've
Come on.
seen consistent contributions from AC Minor,
Yun pa,
diba? The passing of Eroa.
Riza.
Riza.
Nogales too.
She's
Yeah,
so
we
good,
talked about
yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
Zeus at the top, no surprise with the way they're playing right
And then
now.
there's Anna De Beer.
Anna De Beer, of course. Maybe you can just shed light for those who don't
Honestly.
know.
Her skill is wild.
Okay, tell us why. Okay, what do you see?
She's in the air, but you don't necessarily expect her to swing that fast and that strong. And her attacks are the corner pockets, zone 5. So when the libero is right behind the 10-foot line, she will attack in that corner, which is not the easiest to defend, technically. And they're down the line, right behind the setter. So she really targets those open spaces where the defense is, which is kind of disrupting the defense and also delaying the timing of the blocks of the opponent and the defense of the other team.
And she's not flashy.
Yeah.
No, she's not
She's so
flashy.
chill.
She's so efficient and just so simple.
She's so good.
We're looking at videos of Anna De Beer, of course.
Just gets the job done
Yes.
for Zeus Coffee. Let's talk about the rest of the teams here, Jamie. We have Creamline at second, Akari, who
Yes.
just lost to
Yes.
Zeus at third. But Petrogas, even if their record is
The same.
they
Yes.
fall to fourth. So how important is it na hindi sila nakapasok doon sa top 3? Although there's a crossover,
Yes.
of course, but that means tougher matchups in the next
Yes,
preliminary
of course.
round.
Well, yeah, they weren't able to get that top 3, but I think moving forward in the next round, the second preliminary round, they need to, I was going to say they need to get it together, but at the same time,
They
excuse
have
me,
it together a little.
Great
I was
analysis,
going to
Jamie.
say they need to get it together, but I think, sorry,
The birthday girl is...
sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
In terms of points, I would say BVS needs to be more accurate. Lindsay, she's been quiet
Yeah, she has been, huh?
the blocking is already there, the defense is already there, and I think they need to be a little less emotional. I would say there are moments in the game where I see the body language of the players. Of course, the game is not going well for them, but you got to overcome that in a way because other teams have already been in this spot, and this is desperate time for them now because they're on the bottom.
Right. So you're saying that about Petro, who's 3-2.
Right.
So what's the difference of them being 3-2 to Creamline being 3-2
Yeah.
and Akari being 3-2?
Because I know with the Creamline Cool Smashers, they have 10 points, and Petro has 8. So
And how has Creamline performed in your eyes?
well, they've been okay.
Steady?
Steady. We all know that the other teams have caught up or have surpassed them, I would say. That's, I think, an obvious thing that we've seen.
Which is good for the league.
Which is
There's
good for the
parity
league.
now,
Nothing
yeah.
wrong for that.
Yeah.
Coach Sherwin had to make Tots Carlos an open. You have to make adjustments now because I'm sure Coach Sherwin sees all the other teams doing all these new things with the reinforcement, all these new plays, and Creamline, they haven't necessarily done anything new, I would say. And of course, Bernadette Pons, key
Big loss, yeah.
missing
Big
factor,
for
not
sure.
in terms of scoring, but the digging, the receiving.
Yeah.
And she, no fuss when she's in the back row.
Right,
Kyle Negrito doesn't have a problem, but you see Creamline usually scrambling, chasing, whereas before, if it's the 5th set, we know Creamline's gonna get that. It's different now.
That's a great point to end with in terms of the Creamline thing. Parang it's not a guaranteed win for them
Yes.
anymore as compared to different conferences.
And of course, the adjustments have to be made because of the injuries as well, diba?
Yes.
So other players need to
Abea
step up.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now that we're moving forward, lastly, Jamie, before the next round of preliminaries, are we expecting surprises? Yung mga nasa bottom half ba? Do you think there's one team from Pool A, Pool B that could
Wild card,
rise?
parang
Oo,
ganon,
na pwede
wild
pang
card?
umakyat?
Petrogas might,
Okay.
maybe. And I think for the teams that are in the top 3, they're not out of the woods yet. We've seen many surprises so far here in the PVL. They need to stick to their game. Let's say Zeus Coffee, stick to their game or elevate it even more. Because like I mentioned, the bottom 3 teams, they're desperate for a win. I mean, that's the only way they can advance to the quarterfinals because the only top 8 teams will move forward.
Which only means games are going to get better.
We love
For the
that.
PVL, and that's what we love. And we love you too. Thank you very much for coming over, birthday girl.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Jamie.
Okay, you can get out of your head now.
I was
You're
just
good.
like,
You're
that was
good
a
now.
bad one. Sorry.
It's okay. Thank you very
I
much,
caught myself.
Jamie.
See you in the PVL. All right, thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Dip Dip Yang.
I'm Boom Gonzalez. This has been Starting Lineup.